And we are back with Final Fantasy XIV! Hi.
Hi.
I'm not alone this time. I'm joined by two of my lovely friends. Hey, I guess you decided to make said character, fitting to the name? I guess? I don't know.
I'm in Eorzea.
The three of us started in Ul'dah. How about that?
What are you, Banana? Oh, I'm the fighting one.
Pugilist.
Yes.
Tank. Obviously.
And put my thigh down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Me too.
Well, I mean, this is the character I've been streaming with. Streaming buddies!
I have all the ether shards here, so. Where are you at?
Didn't you have your hair be like orange? Oh, okay.
I'm at the shard. I'm not the main ether shard.
By the way, pay no mind to her comments about our friend Amuna's character. She has a bit of a thing for cat boys.
And it's the hairstyle she likes.
You're who I was talking about.
No,
I said pay no mind to her comments on Muna's character. Silly banana.
I see it.
I would like to
Coconut cream.
depending on what comes out of her mouth in regards to comments on the character, I like to disassociate myself and my stream with anything that comes out of her mouth in regards to a cat boy.
Hey, you, stop. Tommy. I didn't say hold your horses. I said stop because of my birds making noises. Hi.
Hi, Muna.
Hello. How are you doing, cat girl?
Oh, it was Muna whose character had orange hair. Right.
You know you like this.
There's a particular song right now about what is going on, like, unspoken between these two characters. But if I go into detail, I might get hit with copyright. I just look at these two and I just imagine that they're both like, why am I stuttering all of a sudden? Gosh, heckin' darn it! Sure, I can speak perfectly fine when my voice ends up coming through on somebody else's stream, but when it's my own, I'm stumbling and bumbling and fumbling over my words. It definitely looked like those two were having a bit of a I know you want me, you know I want ya moment. I know you want me, you know I want ya. Up 10 levels above that. Okay, I'm in a cutscene, and being as it's a stream, as well as a Let's Play, I'm going to be voicing all of it. But the female characters will be voiced by my normal voice. And considering you two don't have any way of knowing where I am in story, unless you want to tune in and hear yourselves through your phones, then there is no possible way that you could wind up providing a voice for the female characters.
I don't.
I would if I was that high.
Nobody said that they all had to be high pitched.
No, that level.
Where? Wait.
No,
do
I
I
mean,
have you on Twitch?
No, I'm not. I'm not streaming on Twitch. I'm streaming on YouTube.
Or, I don't. Oh, I have you on YouTube. Will we take the horse tail out?
Okay, the longer this goes on, the longer it's going to take me to read this, and the longer it's going to be before I can make any sort of, like, actual progress in the story. The Conqueror of Copper Bell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Uldar will have the material she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papa Shan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Mamadi. It'll do the woman well to see you alive and in one piece. Well, I mean, that's as good as a voice for no if I ever heard one. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine! You stole from me! Don't even think to deny it! But please, sir, I didn't steal nothing! I bought this! Paid for it with my own coin! What rot! You refugees are all the same! Couldn't afford magazine mold meat, much less a choice cut of dodo! What rot! You refugees are all the same! Couldn't afford magazine mold meat, much less a choice cut of dodo! That is weird for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
No.
Luna's watching it! Luna's watching it! There's always a delay between what happens, like, on my game and what happens on the stream, so... There's always a delay between what happens,
Yeah.
like, on my game and what happens on the stream. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you'd never set foot in this town. Say it one more time. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, you know. Help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve
Oh, you're
me
on
in
that part.
whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime.
Oh, yeah. You want me to show up for you? There we go. No.
Are you sure?
I'm guessing this means that Muna will not be voicing the female characters.
No. No.
But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 is me witness. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of you. I swear on my mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I'd saved. I only wanted to treat my children to a decent meal. And who the hell's you? And who the hell's are you? When you're at home? And who the hell's are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mama's farce. You lot, teach them a lesson! Your funeral, buddy.
I gotta go check my mail.
You go do that. Of course you're gonna follow her. You wanna look at that catboy booty. Don't try to deny it.
Hello, looky.
Bugger! Believe it.
Yeah, I just straight slapped another cat boy.
I ain't getting paid enough for this. Hey!
I still gotta
Where the
get
hell
to
do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over.
I gotta go level up. You want to level? What level are you? 2?
Me?
Do I need help?
I'm 31.
I'm level 3.
It might take you guys. It might take you guys. Well, it might take Moon a little bit because when she made her character, I think it was after the Road to 70 buff was moved to a different server.
Yeah.
I'd swear there were more refugees than when last I looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken.
Yeah.
But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now?
You ready?
It's simple, really. While a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity, many were no longer able to support their communities. The residents found their lands had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamity affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening in the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced. Ul'dah has a reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out to them, it truly does. But I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome the help. The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire... The heroes who fought the Garlean Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Impoverished and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins! Get your Dodo tenderloins! Guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan! Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Looking around, you'd think that Ul'dah was well on its way to recovery. But peer through the veil of prosperity and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering.
She stopped as soon as you said that.
Madam? Are you alright?
Hold on, I'm fixing my HUD layout.
What now? You mean to threaten a defenseless citizen?
What?
What? Saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd! Aye, as did I. Leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that?
Okay.
I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless
I
you,
will.
adventurer. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. Yay, I did a thing! Helping people feels good. Whether they be players or NPCs.
Yep.
All's well that ends well. We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it is always honorable. But I have been watching you ever since you departed Uldar. You played the part of envoy to perfection.
Love
Confident
you
as a
too.
woman on a diplomatic
Of course they are. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You play the part of envoy to perfection. Confident as a woman on a diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailingly courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Ah, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of a very rare set of qualities. To be sure, your rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you to understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you would agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, and I pray you shall, speak with Mamadi, the ever-lovely and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Tell her the scions of the Seventh Dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Didn't you claim all of that already?
No. He has like four or five. It's a lot of mail.
I had 16. Well, I mean, you've been getting stuff off the mod station. I have not.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what most of mine were. Scenes like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of... Saying that, if you ever find yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pestering me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Ah, Serena! Sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh-off-the-carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. And look at you! No one would ever guessed you'd been hard at it with the giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed, of course, and neither did Papa Sean, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know your name, but hearing her description, she knew who she meant right away. Edda! Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Edda. I'm an adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avir, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say that he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are, you see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, had a fiend not robbed him of the chance. Since that day I've thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I'm inspired, just as Avir once was. So I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I'll go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first, to ask you your name. Serena Gincite. I shan't forget. Thank you, Serena Gincite. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventuring can be a cruel, bleeding business. Time was, I didn't know why anyone would bother. When they first asked me to take charge of the guild here, I didn't want aught to do with you lot. Thought it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for you, Serena. Eh? What did you say? You want to know about the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Serena, the Scions ain't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that, if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can. Level 32! The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. So you wanna know more then, do ya? Well, ain't that a surprise? I swear, if I painted certain death on one door and limitless wealth on another, 9 out of 10 adventurers would go through the first, and the other bloke wouldn't be able to choose on account of being an Ul'Dan. Anyway, don't say I didn't warn you. First of all, if you're wondering whether you can trust the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you can. They're good people who've made it their mission to solve some of Eorzea's most pressing problems. Of course, that ain't no small task, and so they're always looking for dependable individuals to join them. Individuals like you, Serena. Now, I've been given leave to tell you where to find the Scions, but you must promise to keep this information to yourself. As you can probably imagine, it's something Eorzea's enemies would very much like to know. The Scions are headquartered in Vesper Bay, out in western Thanalan. The place you're looking for is called the Wakened Sands. Give your name to whoever's at the entrance and you'll be let in. You're a woman in demand, Serena, and the days ahead promise to be busy, but I hope you won't forget your old friend Mamadi. Drop in and tell me how you're faring from time to time, you hear? Right. Well, I've said my piece. Off we go! Yay! I could use an upgrade in my weapon. Lucky for me, Jenny was kind enough to let me keep 40k out of the 640k she wanted me to give to an alt on this data center. So even though I haven't done all that much MSQ, I have 21k right now. Because I've kind of been upgrading my gear to suit my level as I go. At least with this character, where with every other character that I've been leveling, it's just, okay, I'll take what I have and I'll be on my way. Bye! All I can say is anybody who watches this back later, it's probably going to be in for quite a surprise when there's not one, but 3 voices.
Especially Jetty. Oh my god, that guy's wearing blue. That's right. And then Alchemist. Upper levels.
It is the upper levels, actually. Alright, off to Vesper Bay with me. Did you get the Alchemist's Guild? Yes, it is. It's just... do you have the Gladiators Guild on, attuned? Go there and head up the stairs. Where is that music coming from?
That's Richie. Turn it down a little bit. Little. There you go.
I just wasn't entirely sure, like what the music was and like what it was coming out of, aside from, you know, whatever Richie was doing.
Playing Saints Row.
I was only asking because I wasn't sure if the stream would have ended up getting hit with copyright because of the music or not. That's all.
This way, William.
Curious.
This way's the Alchemist too.
Yep, he's on.
Who?
I was seeing if any of the members of the Wings of the 12 were online, but... They are online and AFK and in their private mansion.
Cool.
Like, join in FC?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree with that. Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above, to quench my thirst for you. La 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 la.
Which one?
would think you not to sneak up on me like that. Now, please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to... Here at the behest of Thancred? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? Serena Gincite. Serena Gincite. Ah, here you are! I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tataru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the solar. I shall let her know to expect you. I enjoy Tataru as a character. I think I should probably make it a habit of letting you guys know when I'm in the cutscene so that I can read it without interruption. Might help. It's alright, just saying it might help things go a bit smoother. I take it you are Serena Gincite. Tataru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Minfilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Give me them bronze pieces.
So you're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much. Well met, friend. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here. No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose.
I get you to 5. Oh.
Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us.
I'm running.
Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness? Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body? All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo. The Echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the Echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the Echo is a truly extraordinary power. And this power is strong within you. It is only a shame that we cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the Echo. With that established, let us return to the subject of the Primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent. Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it? And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example. Are you familiar with them? They are individuals who may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf.
Son of a bitch. I have failed. You put me all the way back over
The papers you requested, my lady. Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, my lady. By way of a welcoming gift, I've taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the service of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocate regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected from them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us. When you have come to a decision, you may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. I personally enjoyed that throwback to Final Fantasy II. Retainers now available! Yay! We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike being known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was which first brought you to Eorzea. But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer, Serena. Yay, more Alagon bronze pieces.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful! I knew you wouldn't let us down.
I'm gonna go pick up my
But
main
come,
story real quick.
I would introduce you to your friends in the Order.
Just
Tell me,
dropping Gil
does the
everywhere.
name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them. Among their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now. The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popalimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Hello there.
Welcome!
Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. I never doubted that you'd come. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Eorzea, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night. The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I admit, I am not used to that voice, and I still find it adorable.
In time, I hope you will come to think of us as family. But without further ado, I would assign you
Probably a
your
good idea.
first task. Eorzea, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
I'm to the wrong area. God dang it.
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Eorzea, who are known worshippers of Ifrit. If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ul'dah.
Ever at your service, fair lady.
I think I might have to make that lipstick color a bit darker. Speak with Thancred. Okay. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spate of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on the caravan, our friends at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary fightings, According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Isambard serves as the camp's de facto leader. pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Okay. Camp Dryburn! Here I come!
Well,
someone made a new character here. Isambard! I just saw somebody attuned to the Aetheryte in Eastern Thanalan.
Yeah.
I'm Isambard. Here to search for the missing folk, I take it? Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Eorzea. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to see the victims safely returned. Give me them bronze pieces. Let us get right to it then. Minfilia names the Eorzea culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on this land by Eorzea hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the dead before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Eorzea still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, my friend? You will find them on the Eastern Road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Eorzea seek in this area. Okay. Wow, that Lancer just came crashing down. Just YOLO! Broken legs. I am going the wrong way. I'll wait until this Lancer finishes up before I go in. There we go. I'm sure this will be a memorable entrance for someone who won't see it coming. Whee! It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls should find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Eorzea? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they could not conceal their presences, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Eorzea remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amalja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away at the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Oh, you mean the guy I basically made piss his pants in Ul'dah? Gods be damned! You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah! What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend, missing people, please help. Yours, Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if we so much as pass wind nearby. Play them off for fools and coax some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You go and talk to him yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just leave me be. I've nothing to say but this. Don't take who or whatever's been feeding off us slowfolk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me! Well, that could have gone better.
Right. A lot of fake folks here.
Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are petrified. I mean terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Serena. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here, and so long as you're headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be born to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquis. He tends the graves in the lich yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. He is not lying. Morbid indeed. Just gotta fix one thing in my HUD layout. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So there we are. Oath gauge. Put that over like that, and down like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Haha! Now my oath gauge, when it eventually becomes a gauge anyway, will not cover up my quest list. Yeah, that. Honestly, I've got some of my crafters up, gained a level on my Dragoon, helped somebody get access to Ultima Weapon Ultimate, albeit indirectly. I am Marquis, yes. A body? Of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him there, and lay him to rest there. Boing! Wrong way. This path. Oh yeah, I would definitely get hit with the copyright strike for that thing.
Where's that?
That's done. Wait, I gotta bury it. That's done. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You'll find Sister Orson within the church walls.
I am in the middle of this.
Well, they agree with me.
That is true.
I hear you've done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing dryboat inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I'll be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquis would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquis soon. There was a stool in my way and I did not see it. Boing.
Oh, I need to go return. I need to turn this in before I keep going on my main story.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that way and I can't. So I put it on the wrong way.
Thank you, Serena. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Serena? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here of learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth in this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister Orson herself? Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye on this one. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis. At Sweat of the 12, I've seen that face elsewhere before. I'm sure you have, and we'll find out why later. Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she. Could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Serena, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Okay! I'm gonna sprint off and go do that. Oh wow, I'm almost level 33. Excuse me. What was that when I actually needed a burp for the text?
Right? There you go. To the huge tree.
Alright, I haven't finished this one. I still need to kill Kikir and Shell Sweepers. I will be back for you, imps! When you have the icons over your head that say that you are in my hunting log!
Yep.
I love how quickly you level up with the Aetheryte earrings as well as the Road to 70 buff. It's great. Really freaking great.
Hey, I know that voice.
Oh, you do you? Please help!
Lily Rock.
Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her!
On your way.
Please sleep and be on your way.
Yep. You know exactly where I'm at.
I will not be part about that swaddle vibe.
Papa Sean.
Alright, Orson, get up. You were the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Deedly-dee, deedly-dee. While teleporting is faster, I want to keep as many of those teleportation tickets as I can. Although, what do I have in my inventory that is not... like a potion or anything like that? Ooh, I'm starting to get silver pieces. I will get that arrow off my screen. Oh, I couldn't get a full spin. That's okay, I have another jump that I can attempt spins on. Whee! Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans? And risking her own well-being in the doing, no less. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on the matter at hand, Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. I come down, and then I go back up. And then I come back down, and then I go back up. Yeah, it's about what this part of the story ends up having you do.
Yeah.
And as of right now, I can't become a paladin until I complete the quest called Self-Management, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
I'm actually very curious as to what level I'll be by then. So right now I'm level 32, about to be level 33.
You will be around like, I think 50 or so. I gotta remember.
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Oh, it's been a while.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yee.
Now I gotta go talk to the guy at the station.
Yeah, talk to the guy at the station. The little itty bitty lala paladin.
Papa. Yep.
Lala Pally! Ah, there you are, Serena. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Serena. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Okay.
I'm going to deliver a pumpkin.
Yay, pumpkin delivery.
I don't like to be an errand boy.
Ban them all, John.
Oh, well, then this game's for nothing but, here, take this, deliver this. Oh, thank you for delivering this thing. Here, take this and deliver it this place. Okay, thank you.
Well, I mean, that's basically how the story starts out, and it's why some people who start the game end up quitting.
Well, that's the reason why you do things for the
An excuse. No, not that, Richie. Oh
well,
my
was he
god.
expecting some other sort of reward?
Yes.
I swear, that boy. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the Order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it. Sometimes I swear that boy will only do anything if the reward is something that involves a bed.
You my husband.
Is he playing a female character?
Yes.
I'll be honest, Muna. I have expected a very playfully sarcastic, "No! Whatever gave you that idea?"
Right?
Whee! Aw, I only got 2 full spins. I don't know why, but I like spinning when I'm dropping or when I'm jumping. A thing.
Level 8.
Woohoo! Basically, we have something for your head that's at level 5. Put it on.
Gah.
My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous! These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the Order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of our Order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Serena. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt in irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Okay! I just went behind the counter and I am not authorized to be behind there.
Now I'm putting my friend's ship wristlet on.
Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Serena. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. 33! Woo! Dressed to deceive.
That's pretty much what I just saw.
What, naked dude?
No.
I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity.
Somebody just to deceive. I saw someone run past me that the male Eorzea dressed in the bridesmaid's gown.
Nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Serena and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Serena. So as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. It'll aid my stream and possibly help the channel's success if Regine does not play any more music that could get me copyright-stricken! And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The Immortal Flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. I preach the teachings of Eorzea, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honor of the... Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Eorzea is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. To get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Get out of here so I can finish my story. I love how I'm still wearing like the iron greaves, and they basically cover up my legs. Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. And cue the sounds of gunfire that are not coming from my stream.
Sorry, that's my boyfriend's PlayStation, everybody. I'm sorry if you hear any noises.
What is it? Gods, not again! Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Quite a knack for being a nuisance, Serena. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place. Rather ideal for spiriting away helpless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. It's not much of a disguise. Have you seen my shoes? They come up to my thighs!
That's what I said.
Why am I going back that way when I should just go through that gate and then go east?
Ooh, things I don't have on my hunting log.
Just like, come here, you little bugger, you're mine!
Yep.
I was about to say you're killing things for your hunting log. You're not trying to call a cat.
Meow meow.
Plus, I'm a little too far for you to be trying to call me.
You can hear me from far away. I have to make it so.
This kitty got claws. Be prepared.
I don't mind.
Just shameless, playful flirting, non-flirting on a stream. I love it. A fine morning for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? I don't...
What?
You look absolutely smashing, Serena. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear.
You don't mind if the kitty has claws?
Well, I mean, Muna, you do. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. Cue the Disney reference!
Richie says, sharper the better.
Masochist. Anyway.
I'm not gonna tell you
Well, I mean, my girl's in New York, so currently I can't.
Well, when you can. I'm gonna tell you try.
Probably won't be for like another year.
Oh, that's fine. At least you're not as far as Richie's boyfriend is. Not Richie's boyfriend, but Richie's brother's boyfriend. Richie's brother's boyfriend.
Are you trying to tell a secret? Are you trying to conceal a secret? Are you like trying to tell a secret that is not supposed to be told, or something?
No.
Does Richie have a boyfriend that he told you about?
Richie's brother's boyfriend lives in where? I think over by where Sarah and
Texas?
Yeah, I think in Texas.
Well, I mean, that is a fairly big state.
Either Mississippi or Texas.
I mean, they're
And
in the same general area of the U.S., but they're nowhere near close.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you?
Yes.
What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nardthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nard. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me! Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some moons ago, the Eorzea raids began. They would appear as sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Excuse me. Although, given the fact that I next found this guy at a bar, that burp kind of is well placed. Anyway, our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Eorzea in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands. Outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule of crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Eorzea. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Eorzea pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt! If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods! Ah! Not you again! Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out! No! I know nothing about that, I swear it! At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Serena, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. For that, I will use an item that was recently added to the game, and will definitely make going through the MSQ a bit easier for everybody. Aetheryte tickets that teleport you directly to Vesper Bay.
Yep.
No more teleporting to Horizon and then walking from Horizon to Vesper Bay. You can just teleport there with tickets! I love it!
Yes, I do too.
I first started this game back in 2.0, and that was like 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
I think it was 2014, because like at the end of 2015... No, wait. Yeah, 2014, 2015, because I was paying my parents a little bit extra for rent so that they could end up paying for the subscription because of the fact that I, at the time, did not have a debit card. Anyway, in we go to turn in a quest!
I gotta go. Where do I go? Horizon. And then come back here. Oh,
I am still wearing I'm still wearing the weather. I'm still wearing the outfit. I'm still wearing the disguise. Why am I still wearing the disguise? There we go, much better. Wait. Yeah, okay. Welcome back, Serena. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Eorzea know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Sometimes that's what it takes, unfortunately. Life, materia, and everything. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready for a fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots. I like that name. Bubblypots!
Is it Lala?
No. He's a goblin. and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is known for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in Central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Yeah, Mutamix bubbly pots. A goblin. It is going to wind up getting to the point where I'm going to have to start spending gil to teleport, but I have more than enough to be able to go to wherever I need to go. I forget which band sings that song, but I think the song is just called Teenagers.
Yep.
My Chemical Romance?
Who sings that song, Boo? Yep.
Yay, I guessed it right! Yay!
Who is up and have come to tendering of Mutamix bubbly pots?
My Chemical Romance. Yeah.
My Chemical Romance. Fighty Tool drinks in every self. When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine. Name of Materia. If Materia joined with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes! Fighty Tool gains power of airy self! Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. admittedly there is a joke that I'm going to wind up using for a specific beast race or beast tribe, and it's not going to be with this race.
Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Minfilia with fastness. Or Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings spicy tool to Mutamix, yes?
I'm like,
Oh! Fighting tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teaching show of power of materia.
The materia master.
Now eyes of Uplander point at fighting tool, yes? Oh! Materia joined with fighting tool. Fighting tool gains power of materia. Fighting tool reborn. Here, Uplander take fighting tool to Minfilia.
Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host. I feel like now that I'm actually reading this, I feel like a Scottish accent might actually, either Irish or Scottish would be a good fit for this Lalafell. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from something that would have struggled to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding.
Score! Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix.
I really should be drinking water while I do this. Doing all of these different voices is definitely gonna wind up tearing up my throat.
Yep. You need water or something next to you.
Presumably something that's not soda.
Yep.
Because while it is a liquid, I imagine it's not very lubricating for the vocal cords.
Oh no. Soda is not lubricating for his vocal cords.
Don't you be trying to turn that into something dirty, Richie. I know what you're thinking.
He was thinking that. No, by now. Turning something innocent into something
Well, I mean, to be fair, I do that on occasion, but I don't in that, come on, Luna, you know me, I do that too, but it's like, not very badly. Like, you could say something that, without context, could be taken in a sexual manner, and I'll just respond with, oh my. And that way you'll know. I forgot to read that. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. I am sure you are aware the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between your victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Serena, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin.
I feel like
Yes, the first trial of the game! Word has arrived from Thancred concerning... excuse me. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Serena. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
I'm gonna go fight it free! I'm so excited!
Although if my experience leveling a character on Goblin with the Road to 70 buff is any indicator, it still might take me a little bit to get inside. Although admittedly, like, reading everything is definitely taking a lot long. Like, going through the MSQ and reading everything aloud, it's definitely gonna make it take a lot longer. But that just means that this series won't be ending for a while, and I imagine there's gonna be at least 100 parts to this, because there's Heavensward, there's Stormblood, there's Shadowbringers, and there's all of that stuff that I still gotta do. Ah, you're Serena Gincite of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to their rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Pray make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds, Serena. Let's make sure it does. You gotta admit, after all the reading that I've had to do in high school for lots of English classes, I think I've gotten a bit of a knack for putting emotion behind text that is supposed to be someone speaking. Oh. I ended up continuing down that path, and I was just like, why can I not go up there? Oh yeah, the path that leads this way is over here. I am running as fast as my kitty legs will carry me. By the way, Bruno, you wanna know what I was thinking when I was going through the MSQ on Ultros on my Lala? I am swinging my axe with the might of 1,000,000 Lalafells, or 1 Rogadin. By the way, you know that thing that I ended up saying with like the Scholar and Summoner auto attack? Yeah, the new friends that I made today definitely found that funny. Because I remembered that in 08S, there was a mechanic where half the group got a tether where they would fall asleep, and the other four got hit with a tether that sent them into a murderous rampage. One of them happened to be a scholar, so they ended up, I guess, not being as far away from the group as he needed to be. So he actually ended up going into the group of people that were in the middle and one-shot them. So when I saw that, in my head, it just looked like he was like, "Read a book, bitch!" Bonk! And they all just started laughing. It was great. I'm level 33. I am 9 levels above this. Spring it! You know, I should have realized that Ungus ended up saying poor unfortunate souls, so I probably should have given him an Ursula-esque voice. Is debate in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir! Huh? What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss.
What's amiss? I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. Never.
I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Well, looks like we're having lizard on. Looks like lizards on the menu today. You're leveling pretty quickly. I imagine you would be. I mean, even without the Road to 70 buff, the Lala that I was leveling was level 52 by the time it got out of the Memoriam.
They're coming after my booty.
Pull up your weapons or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! The rest of you, march! Traitorous scum! I fear the Eorzea mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. Yay! I'm going in. Ifrit will be sorry he messed with me.
They're always sorry when they mess with me. Kitty got class.
Yes, you do. Let's see, there's the tank, which is me, and the DPS is queuing. Yay! Now we just need another DPS and a healer, and I'll be good to go. Until then, I'm doing my habitual running in circles. I don't know why I got into that habit, it's just a thing. Only way I can describe it, it's a thing.
Banana.
Oh yeah, she did it too. I forgot! Well, now I know where all the abductees are.
Do I, as a pugilist, do I need strength, dexterity, and physicality, or physicality and mind?
Mind is more of a spellcaster.
Okay, so this one. The guy has more.
It might improve magic defense, but I don't think Pugilist or Monk uses mind. I tend to focus less on which, which piece of gear ends up giving the most defense or magic defense bonuses, and more of what stats are actually on it for what class I'm leveling at the time. So like if I was leveling a Thaumaturge or a Conjurer or an Arcanist, I would definitely go with Mind. But if it was anything aside from casters or a healer, then I'd probably go with the other one. Let's see how long the Bowl of Embers will take for me to be able to get in and kick a freak's butt! Of course, there's still the cutscenes to contend with. And seeing as how I skipped them on my Goblin character, I don't remember how long they are.
They're pretty long.
Well, I mean, hey. That just means I get to exercise my vocal cords a bit more. Run around in circles, run around in circles. This can only be entertaining for so long. Oh, for Tank Flexington. Nice name, buddy. Average wait time 5 minutes. I am about to approach 5 minutes, and I'm nowhere closer to getting it. There's the Q pop. Come on, DPS and healer, ready up. Yay! Progress!
grace us with your divine presence. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed! None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. Your souls of the souls of unbelievers are forfeit.
No! Spare me, I beg you!
Pitiful children of man. By my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn.
Mighty Ifrit, my one true God. Your words are my bread.
Impossible! By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessings of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered.
Bring it!
My flames are consuming thy flesh and soul both.
You ever wonder what the primals do when they don't have a physical form?
They probably sit wherever they're at.
Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. My soul shall burn for eternity.
So you know what I found out, Muna?
What?
I found out when patch 5.35 releases.
When?
Next week. Good. I mean, don't you want to make progress on your relics?
Yep.
Yay! Pray, forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Eorzea zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent mob. I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time in extricating their captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Serena. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I anticipated, even taking Ul'dan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I'm troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Wow, I did not mean to position myself right on the exit point. And I got a player commendation!
What's up?
I got that from Harriet. Me and her did a gym battle, became lucky friends.
Yay!
It's a 98 too. My new best shiny.
That's good. Shiny lucky trade.
Yeah, you know that, and that we like that trader that.
Okay. I thought you were gonna give that to Bree.
I always get another one.
Give what?
Shiny one with Carl.
I didn't want to get the 24 on tonight because I didn't want to go on with the
Well, I mean, what did he give in return? I mean, what did he get in return?
Lucky shiny Zapdos.
98 too.
The 98
Nice.
one.
My new best shiny.
Well, I mean, I have a lucky shiny 96 Rayquaza, so... Anyway, there you are, Serena. Come, rest a while. You'll have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Eorzea will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said for their minds. Once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand, no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Serena. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't resolve themselves. Time to use another respiratory ticket! And I had just enough time to get rid of that coffer because I have a level 32 weapon. I still think it beggars belief for Anna that I can end up going as deep as I tend to do when it comes to like Brogadin or Eorzea, and yet still manage to reach pitches that high. She probably hears it, and it's just like, how does he do that? The triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. I think after I return this quest, I'll probably A, end the stream, and B, probably go to bed. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Serena her life. I wasn't there when the Eorzea took her prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served her to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle she survived, but that does not excuse the fact that she should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed her utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Serena, it is so good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Eorzea undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates. Yeah, I'm not muted. That'd have been hilarious if I was, though, and I've been reading this the entire time and just skipping through it. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, the primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as the adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Tenacity spanning decades of denial. Sorry, it was another Disney reference. I had to. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
I didn't see the message.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that.
89%.
We may rest easy for a while. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Serena. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who fell Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. I imagine Richie won't be participating in those raids because he already has a shiny and a good one at that. Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best if you heard from Whether she intended to or no, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued.
Oh,
I'm
Pidgeot.
sorry to report that all
I had a
are
chance
to
to
be
get shiny
put to death,
too.
the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue to fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Serena. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time.
Oh, I saw it from the end of the gym battle. Or my screen turned gold. I was like, what the hell?
Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Luswa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. And this is where I will end it for now. Until next time, take care of yourselves!